Hello guys, welcome to my channel, The Wisdom of Intuition. Today we'll be taking a look at what you need to prepare for. Maybe something is going to happen, either you anticipated or not. This reading will tell you what you need to watch out for and how to prepare for that situation. Bear in mind, it doesn't have to be a negative situation. It could be something very positive coming along, but this reading has something to offer you today to tell you about that situation, which will be very beneficial. We have our pile 1 with this beautiful rose quartz crystal. Pile 2, amethyst. And pile 3, lapis lazuli. Take your pick, guys, and if you need more time to choose, you can always pause the video and then maybe meditate on the piles or do whichever ritual you do when you're picking the piles. If you already know which one is yours, I'll see you in your pile. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful ROZENKVARC crystal. We're going to take a look at what do you need to prepare for in your life. And what this rose quartz crystal is telling me is that there's going to be some event that is going to make you soften up a bit, maybe open your heart a bit, maybe feel a bit more empathy towards other people. Something that will generally open your heart to others and maybe give you a sense of, I would say, trusting more other people, or maybe just being somebody who sees the good in others. If that was not the case up to this point, there's definitely something that's going to happen that will make you think differently. And that situation might open your heart in a way that you've never expected. But let's start with our oracle cards today to see what do you need to prepare for pile 1. I think I'm going to put the crystal to the side so we have more space for the cards. So what do you need to prepare for pile 1? We have love, exactly. So the card says, love people, love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. What do you need to prepare for pile 1? Calm. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. And we'll take one more. What do you need to prepare for pile 1? We have body. Your body deserves your love. Beautiful messages for you. Let's pull some cards from this other oracle deck as well. What do you need to prepare for pile 1? I feel like my camera is crooked, guys. Sorry, I need to fix that a bit. If it is, I hope it's better now. If not, sorry. We've got don't compromise. What else? What do you need to prepare for? Seasons of the heart. And we'll take one more. Masquerade. So, as I said in the beginning, the rose quartz will definitely have an effect on your situation here. What I'm seeing is that some of you either are already doing some self-love practices or are about to start doing some of those. Either you will join like a group who does that, and then you will connect with different types of people who can help you through that process, or through applying those techniques daily, you will get to love yourself more. You will get to react more calmly to stressful situations, and then find some understanding for everybody around you. And it will definitely have a great effect on how you deal with people. And I see that there is somebody in your life, a person, whether it's someone from your family, it is a partner or an ex or a friend, a colleague, who knows? This is a general reading, so it can be anything. I feel like because of this new self-love that you will find, you will be able to say no to certain people to whom you've said yes in the past, even though you didn't want to. And I feel like you will set strong boundaries, and you will know when it's time to pull back from those people and when it's time to assert yourself. And because you found that self-love, you will be able to love others as well. And I feel like your view of other people will change. You will see the masks they wear, you will see the way that they behave in order to get something from you. But still, I don't feel like you will take that as an offense or maybe take it against those people. I feel like you will understand that they're somebody who cannot appreciate their own talents and uniqueness. And now that you've found your self-love, you will be able to extend that love to those people as well. But you will not let them like walk all over you. You will set firm boundaries. And you will know how and when to open up to those people and when to remain distant. So I do feel like you are getting something very precious, pile one. And this is your self-esteem. This is basically the underlying message. You will know your worth. You will know how much you can give and how much you have a right to take. Let me phrase it like that. And I feel like it's going to improve your relationships enormously. And it's like you will be cultivating healthier relationships, healthier bonds with other people. And everything that's toxic is going to be addressed immediately. And then if you're able to correct it so that the relationship has a healthier foundation, it will be done. But if not, you will say no and then you'll pull away. And I feel like this is going to tremendously improve the quality of your life, pile one. Let's clarify this. Let's take a further and a deeper look into this. What do you need to prepare for, and why do you need to prepare for this? Because I feel like this is something you're already doing or are about to do. So maybe this is just a sign that you should spend more time doing it. Sorry guys, if you hear noise in the background, first it's my dog walking behind me. And second of all, my neighbor still has some construction works being done in their yard, and they have like a massive yard and it's going to take a while. So I'm sorry for the noise if you can hear it. Not much that I can do at the moment. So let's see. What do you need to prepare for pile one? We have the Six of Wands, the Four of Wands, the King of Chalices, which is the King of Cups in traditional tarot. We have the Knave of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Hanged Man. It's something that I've been getting from the beginning of the reading. It might not resonate for all of you, but I'm definitely sensing there's an ex coming back. And it is a test for you, pile one, to see how much you've grown. Whether you've worked through your insecurities and your problems you've had in the past, and really if you've risen up to a level of a person that can actually find somebody who is truly an adequate fit for you, or you will let them back in your life and then go through the whole same cycle again. So I feel that for some of you, this is definitely coming. A person from your past is coming to test you, whether you've really learned to love yourself, to be sure of yourself, and to put boundaries. Okay, so bear that in mind. This is a message for not all of you, but definitely a lot of you here in pile 1. Anyways, so with the 6 of Wands and the 4 of Wands, what I'm getting is that actually people will start to notice you more. You will start to be more outgoing. You will feel like you are achieving things in your life. But when I say achieving, it's not only achieving certain goals. It's more of an internal feeling of satisfaction, being more comfortable in your skin. And this will show in your behavior towards other people. Everybody will look at you and they will notice a difference. They might not quite put their finger on it, but they will see that there's something different about you and they're going to like it. And I feel a lot of people will respond to you a bit better. You may end up having some interesting conversations with people you previously might not even consider talking to. It's going to change. Things are going to change for you. And I feel like you will have a lot of people in your surroundings who would like to have conversations with you, who would like to hang out with you and just be in your presence and in your energy, because you will be in this calmness, in this self-assuredness, and they will like that because you will be very pleasant to hang out with. And I do actually feel that for some of you, there is a person who is interested in you, whether it's a romantic type of interest, or maybe it is a boss who sees that you're doing well and wishes to promote you or give you a raise, or it's a friend or a colleague who definitely finds you either very attractive or finds you very smart and very successful and wants to either find ways to collaborate with you, or if it's a friend, to spend more time with you. So I feel like there's definitely a person here, predominantly male, but doesn't have to be. This might also in some cases be a female person. So bear that in mind. Somebody is already in your surroundings and will be like a direct result of your change. This is the type of person you will attract to you. Somebody who's very stable, who's very caring, who's very empathetic, somebody who is kind and who talks very pleasantly, who is very very caring. He's very observant. How do you say it? I hate it when I miss the words. He actually takes interest in other people. He doesn't talk for the sake of talking. He genuinely cares about who the other person is and wants to get to know them. And this is where I feel like the ex or somebody from your past will come back just to test you, whether you've got this covered or if you need more time to work on this. And this is where you need to set your boundaries. Either this is a colleague, an ex-boss, or anybody from your past with whom you've had problems in your relationship. They will try to test you, to bring you down. And just pile one, I want you to know this. This new person is a king, and this old person is a knave, a page. They're 2 levels under this king. So if all of your work has resulted in attracting people on this level, on king level, it would not be very wise to allow this page, who is 2 levels above it, to re-enter your life and stir everything up. So be mindful of when this happens. Don't let your emotions that may have still be present for this person influence all the beautiful and great work you've done here. Because for some of you, this might be a challenge still. And I do feel with this Queen of Swords that either you will have somebody who you will advise, or somebody will advise you of this situation. So there's a certain talk you will have about this person and about the situation you're in. And that person will help you put things in perspective. If you don't have that type of person, definitely writing down the plus and the minus of the situation, or maybe the benefits of being with this person, as well as what would be the flaws, what would be bad thing about it, will help you. So you need to have a perspective on what am I getting and what am I losing if I let this person back in my life. And then weighing the options will give you a clearer sense of whether you should let this person back in or not. Because bear in mind, this is a general reading. Maybe for a small percentage of you, there's definitely a possibility that this person should come back to your life, but definitely under certain conditions. This is what this don't compromise wants you to say. There are certain conditions that you no longer want to put up with. There are certain behaviors that are not okay with you. And if this person wants to come back, either you will accept that and act accordingly, or we have no place for you in our lives. So this is what this card wants to tell you. And I do feel like after you do this, you will have such a clear vision of people, who they are, why they act the way they act. Because you will come from a different energy, from a different vibe, and you will basically sense them where they're at because you were here once. And you will clearly see that it's never about you, it's about the people you're interacting with. They have their own things, they're dealing with it, their problem is their problem, and it rarely has anything to do with you. And this is where I feel that you will get very free. You will start feeling so free in your relationships. You will start feeling like you are entitled. Entitled is not a good word, but it's like you have a right to be yourself. And whoever likes you, good, you're welcome into my life. If you don't like it, there's a bunch of other people who play the same game as you. Go hang out with them. So you'll feel so free. You'll be so free from all the expectation, from social norms, or anything that you feel like you should obey, but you don't. You don't actually. And I feel this is something you are being prepared for. It's not like you need to prepare. It's like you're already being prepared for this. And your result is going to come very soon, Pile 1. Now, let's take a look at your advice. This card also will give us a time frame. So now we have way too many cards pumping out. So this cards will give us a time frame when you can expect this to happen, and an advice as well. So what is your advice, Pile 1, for this situation? Okay. We have 8 days to 8 weeks. Everything is in progress. Beautiful. So, like I already said, this has already started for you. You're just doing it from day to day, and sooner or later, sometime between 8 days and 8 weeks, you will get to a point where you will have to set your standard, and that will give you either the result we talked about of you being free, or you will go back to the same cycle you were with this person, and then start it all over again. But I do feel, Pile 1, for most of you, you will choose the first choice rather than the latter. And if you do that, I can really promise you that your life is going to massively improve. My dear Pile 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped. And I wish I will see you in the next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful amethyst crystal. I'm going to start with an apology because my neighbors are still having their backyard done, so there's some construction work going on. There's a lot of noise, and I really hope it doesn't disturb our reading. But anyhow, we will try to give your message today as accurately as possible, regardless of the noise. This beautiful amethyst, I feel it wants to tell you that there's going to be some kind of turmoil in your near future, something that will really test you. It's like a test of your faith. Either it's faith in God, faith in life, or just faith in yourself, whether you have what it takes to succeed, or maybe just the faith in other people. But I do feel it's going to be something that is going to test you in a way that you might end up feeling as you're not good enough, you cannot achieve it, or something along that line. And this is the first thing that I want to say to you guys is all those type of tests are not here to harm us. They're not here to make us feel small. It's quite the contrary. They're here to help us grow, to become stronger, wiser, more capable. And they're basically here to level us up. If we are able to see the wisdom of the situation we've been given. So it does require for us to step back from the situation we're in and to see it from a broader perspective in order to see the lesson that the situation has for us. So I think that this would be a good advice for whatever is coming your way. We'll take a look what the cards are going to say, but I felt like I had to say this because of the amethyst here. It's like it had a specific message for you, pile 2. Okay, let's see. What do you need to prepare for, pile 1? Pile 2. What do you need to prepare for, pile 2? We have energy. Stop trying to please everyone. Everyone is a whole lot of people. Protect your energy. What do you need to prepare for, pile 2? Space. The quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. What do you need to prepare for, pile 2? We have release. Sometimes the best way to grow is to simply let go. Okay, and we'll take 3 cards from another oracle deck. What do you guys need to prepare for? What does pile 2 need to prepare for? We have questioning your beliefs. Seasons of the heart. This is what pile 1 got in the exact same place, which is quite interesting. And one more. Unconditional love, yes. I kind of felt from the start like you will have to pull your energy away from a certain person or certain people and take some space for yourself. And it's not because you want to, it's because something will happen that will make you question whether that person really loves you, really has your best intentions in mind, or is faithful or devoted to you. And I feel like this will be quite a big deal because it will start a whole questioning within yourself, questioning whether you have a good marriage, a good relationship, a good partnership, a good business contract, whatever this is. You will start to question whether a part of your life that you thought was put in order, that was going quite well, if it's really okay, if it's really doing well as you thought it was, and is it really what you wanted? And I feel like this is something that happens to all of us at a certain point in our lives, when either a situation no longer fits us, either we've kind of miscalculated what the situation will bring us, or maybe we didn't see who we are dealing with really. So we thought the other person is kind, is honest, generous, but it turns out they were always just playing, acting, lying to us in order to get something. So whatever the case here is, and we will clarify this to see more in depth, whatever the case here is, I feel, pile 2, and you will have to step back in order for you to process what's going on and to really find clarity on whether you misjudged this, or you were somebody who didn't know the situation well enough, you didn't have all the facts, or maybe you were misled. So absolutely, I feel like it's going to cause like a mini crisis. I do have to say that it's going to cause a mini crisis, but I don't see it as something that will bring you to the bottom. It's going to change the course that you're on now. That's definitely going to happen. I feel like you will change a lot of things after this situation, but still, I do feel like this will not be your demise, so don't worry about that. And if this is about a partner or a friend or somebody from your family, I do feel that eventually either you will sort things out with a person, or you will find somebody else who will not take their place, but find somebody who will give you what you needed instead of this person. So I don't feel like this will be something that will stay unresolved for years. I do feel like you will get to the end of this quickly. Let's clarify this. So what do you need to prepare for pile 2? What is going to happen here? What do we need to know about it? So we have the King of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the Empress. The Devil. The Chariot. Oh my God, so many major arcanas for you. Yeah, this will definitely be a big thing. And we have 2 cards that want to come out, so I'm going to take them as such. We have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So all swords and major arcanas for you, pile 2, which is quite interesting. So what I see here is that this will either be a partner who will ask you for divorce, or a partner that wants to break up out of nowhere, or somebody who will become very emotionally distant. Maybe you will catch them having an affair with somebody. It will definitely not be pleasant. Or this is like a business partner or a boss who will change something within your business contract and your business agreement, and you will feel like you are being either conned or misinformed, and there's going to be some damages here from it. And I feel like you will definitely need to either walk away, leave the partner, leave your job, leave your surrounding where you've been with this person. So you'll definitely need to change your location, because if you stay with this person, I feel it's going to cause even more damage to you. Once you go somewhere else, you will be able to think of a solution that works best for you, and you will be able to get back to your original state, which is, I know what to do, I'm worthy of this, I'm capable, I'm confident. So either this person will shake your self-esteem a bit, and then you'll get back to it once you remove yourself from the situation. Either once you get away from this person, you'll find new ways how to make money and how to get back on track on your own terms with your own capabilities. But the key thing is that you have to remove yourself from the situation. If you stay present, it's not going to look good and it's not going to benefit you. And definitely with the questioning your beliefs, I see that at some point you will ponder whether it all ever made sense. Were you that blind not to see it? Or if it will happen again, or whether you need to be like extra careful next time. And it's definitely normal to think that. And I do feel like a lot of your abilities to be successful or to maybe have a successful relationship will be questioned. You will question it. I see this like spider legs coming out of her belly, of her third chakra. And this is where I see that you will kind of feel inferior for some time. You know, it's not going to last long, but I do feel it's going to be a period of time where you will feel like you have no power over the situation. And that is perfectly fine. If you need that to process your emotion, let it be for like a week, 2, 3 weeks. But by the end of the 4th week, think of how you can move forward. It's okay to feel sad and helpless in this situation when it happens to you, but do not stay stuck in that victim mentality. Especially because you have the Chariot. You are meant to move forward. This was not something that's meant for you for your whole life. This is just like a stop, a pit stop. And then you need to continue with your journey. This had its lessons, it's had its benefits for your life, but now it no longer serves you. And now it's time to go. It's time to take your things, take everything good from this that you can take, and then move forward. And I do have to say that by the end of this event, you will definitely feel like a page rather than a king or a queen. But that's okay, because with the page, I see you being open to learning new stuff, learning about other people, learning about new knowledge. Whatever this is, you will have that student mentality. So you will know how much you don't know and you will really want to learn. So in that case, if you ever end up wanting to have a relationship, you will probably maybe search on the internet about some videos that can help you understand how people think, how people express what they feel, so that you can be a better partner, not to have this situation happen again. Or maybe if it's something work-wise, then you will try to find new knowledge or people with whom you can connect on the same level, so that your future business partner or your future job that you will have doesn't end up the same way that this has. So I don't feel like this is going to be your demise, as already said. I feel like you will get a chance to start all over again, relearning stuff that you already knew, but relearning them in a way that fits you better. And at the end, we have the Knight of Swords, which tells me you're not going to be a novice forever. You're going to quickly level up from this and feel very set on your goal, and you will feel like you're capable of it. And this is why we have the unconditional love at the end. Either you will find a new partner, a new job, a new business partner, whatever this is, there is something that's going to happen that's going to be so much better and so much sustainable than this that was here. And I really want to read what this says on her dress. Right is worth the cost. Interesting. Yeah, right is worth the cost. If this is something that's right for you, then the cost of losing this is worth it. This is what I feel this card is going to say. Even though this position seems more superior, it's faulty in some sense. It's not your real thing. It's not right for you. And the cost of losing this thing, however tremendous this might seem at the moment, will be worth it. Will be worth of what's coming here. What a beautiful message, pile 2. I did not expect this. I totally love when this happens, when I take a deeper look at the cards and then I see like this little detail that fits so perfectly with the message in the reading. This is why I love the cards. This is one of the reasons that I truly love tarot and why I think they are such a beautiful tool for self-growth and self-discovery. So we'll take this oracle deck, which has some time frames and some advice to see when you can expect this to happen and what is something that you need to hear about this. We have Capricorn. Either your person is Capricorn, you are Capricorn, or the new person will be Capricorn, or it will be sometime between the 22nd of December and 19th of January. So we have perceived success, 10 weeks till 10 months. So it is October that I'm filming this video. So definitely within the 10 weeks, you will fall under this time frame, and 10 months, of course, it does fall into it. It doesn't matter when you're looking at this video, so it's a timeless reading. Don't think about readings. Even if I put a certain date on the video, all of my readings are timeless, so don't worry about that. So perceived success, I think that is a very good advice for you, because just because you lost something here, it doesn't mean that you're a loser. Sometimes we need to let go of things to actually make a bigger success, to become more successful, to achieve a bigger goal. And I think the space here actually said that, if I'm not mistaken. The quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. Exactly. You will get more value with this new situation than the old one was giving to you. And I don't know if you guys know that there's a picture going around the internet when you have Jesus Christ and a little child. So a little child is holding a small bear, and Jesus is asking the child to give it to him, to trust him, to give to him the teddy bear. And he is hiding behind his back even a bigger teddy bear. So the child needs to trust him with the teddy bear, that he will not leave the child alone without the teddy bear, without support, without whatever the teddy bear means to you. It can basically mean anything: love, support, it can be self-esteem, it can be truth, whatever that teddy bear means to you. If you give it, if it's something that life wants to take away from you, it means that it has something better for you. This is the underlying message of that picture. Trust that life does not take from you just because. It never happens like that. Life always wants to give you the best for you. You only need to be able to see the bigger picture, to know that that's the reason behind it. And this is exactly what's happening here for you, pal, too. So like I said, a test of faith. This is why I had it in the beginning. It's a test of faith. And I really hope you guys pass it. My dear pile 2, this was your reading. I hope this helped, and I hope this gave you some clarity to what you need to prepare for. And I really hope this situation ends up for your own good. Until next time, pile 2. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful lapis lazuli. First of all, my neighbors are still having their construction works done. They're redoing their whole yard and it's going to take a while. And there are some noises in the background. I hope it doesn't disturb our reading. I'm going to try to do the best that I can to get your message across today. So, the first of all, what this lapis lazuli tells me is that you guys need to prepare for a certain conversation that it's going to happen. Either it's a conversation with a partner, an ex-partner, a boss, a colleague, somebody from your family, but definitely an important conversation, which either you have been trying to postpone for some reason, or it is a conversation that you feared might happen, but it never did up to this point. So definitely there's something here around fear of having that conversation and how you can express yourself in that conversation. It's like I feel you might not be able to say what you feel and think for some reason, and this is why you dread this, because I definitely feel like you dread this conversation for some reason. Either you fear losing that person, or maybe not being able to get your point across, or whatever the consequence of the conversation might be. I'm definitely feeling like this great dread of having this conversation. But let's go right into the reading to get further detail on what do you need to prepare for pile 3. Let's see. What do you need to prepare for? Rebel. It's time to celebrate the fact that you don't fit in. Stand on your own 2 feet. What do you need to prepare for, pile 3? Intention, number 1. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? What do you need to prepare for? Authenticity, yes. So this definitely has to do with the throat chakra. This is what the lapis lazuli is trying to tell us. Live your life for you, not the audience in your head. I have so much to say about this card. I'm not sure I'm going to get into it in this reading, but definitely this is such a major topic. I actually work on this with my clients while I do coaching sessions and my workshops. So this is the main theme with most of them. This, and of course, relationships, because everything is relationship in the end. But definitely healthy relationships rely on our authenticity. Let's pull 3 more cards. What do you need to prepare for, pile 3? Space clearing. I really hope that you guys don't hear the noise in the background because it's very loud. We have timeless earth. And 1 more. Spring. Okay, so I feel a lot of you have been like suppressing your own emotions, suppressing your own feelings about certain situation or a certain person. For some of you, it might be even multiple people in this situation. But regardless of that, what I see here is that you will get to a tipping point, like this boiling point, where you will have to react. Either they will call you out for something that you definitely did not do, or something will happen that will just push you over the edge, and you will have to say something. And this is where I see this rebel coming out. You will feel so much anger at that particular moment, and you will have to express yourself, whether they like it or not. And I would definitely say that there's no actual preparation for this type of situation unless you work on the issue beforehand. Unless you, before that conversation, unless you do some work around it to see different perspectives and different outcomes that might happen from your different approaches, I feel like your anger is just going to burst, which is not a good thing, by the way, I have to say, because there's this thing that we always say within the human behavior: the victim stops being a victim when it expresses anger. Okay? So it's not a bad thing. This is actually a good thing. The key thing about the situation is that once you do this, there's no going back. So you might as well aim to your highest goal. You might as well go as further as you can to get the situation to turn towards you to your own best, to your own advantage. And whether this situation has the potential to give you so much out of it or not, it doesn't really matter. The fact that you are able to express yourself is a win in my eyes here. And this is something that will bring out your authenticity. So you will finally be able to express who you truly are, because you've been repressing yourself for, I would say, years here. For some of you, maybe even decades. It's what I'm feeling. And with this situation, with this conversation, you will finally be able to voice everything that you've been silencing. And maybe some of you have a problem with your throat chakra. This is your 5th chakra. This is something that a lot of people have a problem with, because either they tell lies or they do not say their truths. Whichever end of the spectrum you take, your 5th chakra is out of balance. So I definitely feel that this is your ideal chance to actually get yourself to be authentic. Whether this situation ends up being quite unpleasant, which I feel it might be for a lot of you here, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes we need those type of situations to break through so we can break free. And this is what I see for you. This will allow you to break certain barriers and break certain walls you've put up for yourself and for other people, and will allow you to be who you truly are. And this will automatically take you to some clearing, because once you express yourself, some people are not going to be there for you anymore, because they were only here for the version of you who couldn't say what you're thinking. So the moment you start expressing your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, they will not put up with that, and they will either leave or they will just distance themselves, which is a good thing, pile 3. Because if they were here only for the version of you who was not authentic, then maybe they were not your friend at all. So they needed somebody who is inferior, who will not say what they think, and who will always do the way they want you to, the way they want you to be. So if you lose a few people in the process, it's fine. It really is fine. Because the authentic self, the authentic version of you, will attract new type of people, the ones that will accept you who you truly are. So this is something to bear in mind, okay? This is very important to keep your mind on this point. And with the timeless earth and the spring, I feel like these cards are trying to tell you, no matter what you lose, you will always get a chance to build things from scratch, build relationships with new people who are more in tune and more in line with who you truly are. When we rock the foundation of the life that we've been built on false ideas, on false representation of ourselves, we attract people who are aligned with that false image we put out. So if you start acting differently, that image crumbles and they're no longer attracted to it. They're no longer feeling a bond between the two of you because the new image, the real image of you, no longer fits them. It's not compatible. Well, not for all. Some people might stay. Let's take that into account as well. But a lot of people might just disappear from your life. But it does not matter because you can always make new friends, new connections, new group of peers. You can always find something better for yourself that's more aligned with who you are. Okay, let's dive a bit deeper into this. Let's clarify this, pile 3. What do you need to prepare for and how? Maybe we can get that as well. Okay, I'm going to take the 3. We have the 6 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the King of Swords, which, guys, is my card for authenticity. In my tarot deck, which is called My Way Tarot, the King of Swords is described with the word authenticity. So for me, this person is an epitome of being yourself, regardless of anybody else, unapologetically yourself. Okay? I don't know if you can hear the steps in the background. It's my dog. He always likes to join in when I do the readings. He lies next to my table because he likes the company. What else? We have the Queen of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, yeah, and the Ace of Wands. I like to see that at the end, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. So, I know that a lot of you may have certain feelings of nostalgia, of not wanting to lose certain people, of not wanting to change anything. You kind of feel like you need to leave everything as it is. You don't want things to change as much. But unfortunately, this is something that will happen because it's time. And it is never like an easy transition from one to the other. I'm not going to lie, but definitely after you've done it, you will see why it is better for you. And I feel like you shouldn't think too much about how to make it work, how to do this, how can I make the best out of it. Just focus on what's right for you. And I feel like that will get you the furthest along. So just think of what's right for you. Don't think how I can make this work. Should I be more diplomatic? No, just allow yourself to be who you are, whatever that means in the end. You are so smart and so intelligent and such a beautiful human being. I see this from here. And it's such a shame that you didn't allow yourself to be like this early on in your life. But it doesn't matter. Better late than never, right? So allow yourself to be truly who you are and aim for what you truly want for yourself. Don't diminish that. Don't be lesser than that. Since you've already, or you will stir up the situation, then you just go for the main thing. Because the situation is already messed up, so you can actually aim for the best. It doesn't really make any much difference now, okay? And with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel it's going to take a bit of nurturing yourself. I feel like you will have to be your own parent through this process. You will have to be somebody who understands that things take time and that in order for things to get back in order, it's going to take some time and effort and understanding of the process you're going through. And with the 4 of Swords, it's going to require some healing as well. So if you're not keen on going to some sort of therapy or some spiritual retreats or something, you can always journal, guys. This is something that I'm very fond of, especially tarot journaling, which I love. I actually have 3 of tarot journals that I made myself. They are currently only in Croatian language, but at some point I think I'm going to translate them in English as well, so you guys will be able to buy it. But at the moment, if journaling is something that you're fond of, you can actually do that at home without anybody else participating. It's quite cheap. You only need a notebook and a pen, and you need to just put some time into it. And I feel it's going to help you recover from this and find new ways to improve your life. And this is why I see the Ace of Wands as a perfect ending for this reading, because you will get a new spark. You will get so much inspiration because you've changed all of this. It's like new things are going to sprout. This is what I see with the spring. Like new sprouts are going to come out, and you will have so much abundance waiting for you. New type of living will be available for you. New type of being. And I feel this is something that awaits you once you get through this process. And to finish our reading, we're going to take one card from this deck. This deck has a certain time frames and some type of advice. So let's see what advice you need for this situation, pile 3. What do you need to hear? So we have 7 days to 7 weeks. So this conversation might happen somewhere between 7 days to 7 weeks. Whenever you're watching this video, this applies. This is a timeless reading. All my readings are timeless. Whether they have a time frame or a time reference or not, they're still timeless. So determining the circumstances. So you guys need to determine where you're currently at. So when this happens, you need to take a good look at your life, where you're at, what's your situation, and then see what you can do about it. This is what I see. And number 7 is a very spiritual number, which tells me there's going to be a lot of change happening in the future, and this is your preparation. So you need to prepare very well for something that's happening. And we see the thing that is happening is a quick, inspired move forward into a better life. And this is just a process of clearing that you need to go through in order for this to happen. So guys, don't give up, don't be scared. Everything will work out for you in the end, and something amazing awaits you. Pile 3, this was your reading. I hope it helped, and I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye guys.